I'm gonna eat my Blizzard. Tell everybody what we're doing today.
Weighing the 330 CI ZHP.
You want to do guesses on weight?
3468.
Should I do like Price is Right and do 3469?
I'd be a little pissed if you won.
Let's say, I'm gonna say 3350.
3350. Well, I didn't look how much gas was in it or anything. So.
Oh, I don't even know how much is in it.
Alright, I guess we'll see.
That's the one thing. We're weighing it without me in it, and whatever gas is in it is whatever's in it, because I don't know. We've only turned it on like once.
Yeah.
I didn't even check, so. Alright, let's see what it is. Okay, so we're at KSR. Car just got put on the lift, so we're gonna take it up, slide the scales underneath, set it back down on the scales, and then see what it weighs.
So I thought I needed. So I thought I needed. Thought I needed. So I thought I needed.
All right, you want to watch the numbers change? We're
Sure.
betting on the numbers.
Yeah, we already
Already covered that. All right, here we go.
Ooh, 3318.
18.
That's not bad.
Wow, look at the evenness of it.
Wow.
829, 827, 830, 832.
You don't even need a quarter balance.
That's impressive. Well, I mean, a lot of that's because it's got the stock sway bars on it still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so now that we got the car weighed in, we're just going to do a quick overview before I start stripping everything out. As you'll notice, most of the stuff in this car is just going to come out anyway, so I don't really care about the condition or certain options that the car has. But I still want to give everybody an overview and see what a 330 CI ZHP is like. This thing has a lot of upgrades over the regular 330. It's got a lot of parts from the M division, from what I've read. Including a lot of stuff on the suspension, control arm, stuff like that. So we'll start up front. So the engine in this car is an M54B30, naturally aspirated 6-cylinder. I think it's an iron block.
Wrong.
But the difference between this and the regular 330 is this motor has a different camshaft, a lighter flywheel, and different tuning on it. So it gets about 10 more horsepower than the regular 330, and the RPM range is increased by just a touch. Now this motor has some issues. I mean, it's leaking oil everywhere. The guy I bought it from thought it was a head gasket. There might be other problems with it, but it doesn't matter because there's a new engine coming, and we'll talk more about that in a later video. But the new engine has been purchased. So on the suspension, this car compared to the regular 330 has stiffer springs, stiffer dampening, firmer rebound on the shocks, thicker front roll bar, and firmer front bushings. And you'll notice on these wheels, they have an M badge as well. If you go into the interior of this car, this is one of the nicest things about it. I mean, there are some parts that are broken, like these buttons right here have been pushed down. This center console is worn. The bolsters on the seats have some wear to them. But it's really nice Alcantara material, Alcantara headrests, Alcantara steering wheel. I don't know if this gauge cluster is different than a regular 330. I know that it is different than the M3, but compared to the regular 330, I'm not sure because I know that this has a higher speed limiter from the factory. Now this is an automatic car. Again, it's getting a full motor and transmission swap, and that was going to happen whether I found an automatic or a manual, so I didn't really care which way I went. This will be just a little more difficult because I'm going to have to put in floor mount pedals, but we're going full race car anyway, so it's not a big deal. This aluminum trim is interesting. I'm not sure if that's OEM or not. I assume that it is, but it's just a really strange pattern to come from BMW. It looks weird to me. Radio works. All the electronics seem to work. The windows roll down and everything. It's got the Harman Kardon sound system in it. The back seats look really good. That back seat's pulled up right there just when we were looking it over, but they don't even look like they've ever been sat in, so good condition back there. The headliner's torn out a little bit just because it started to peel, but again, all this stuff's going to come out. Sunroof works, but it'll be coming out as well. This car's definitely been neglected. I mean, the guy that I bought it from said that it sat in his driveway for over a year with the head gasket issue or whatever the issue was with the motor, and he just didn't have the time to fix it and didn't feel like fixing it. So I got it for a really good deal. This thing cost me $1,000, which is a steal in my opinion. I mean, most of these parts are worth a few $100 each. I know the steering wheel they sell online for like $400+ for a used steering wheel, so that's almost half of the cost of the car back in just the steering wheel, plus the interior is still in pretty good shape. So I can definitely sell a lot of stuff in this car and recoup the cost of the car. There are a lot of people concerned about me taking a ZHP and turning it into a drift car, and they feel that I kind of ruined a ZHP, but to be honest, the condition of this thing is not great to begin with. I mean, the paint is in pretty rough shape. Like I said, it sat outside for a year before the guy even sold it. Didn't move. There's fading on the plastic. The paint has a lot of swirls and scratches in it. The trim is starting to peel away, kind of dry rotted here. You can see it just falls off around the windows. The trim along the top is in very rough shape. The rear bumper is in very rough shape. Now, could I go through the effort to restore it? Yeah, of course I could, but that's too much effort for me. I'm not really interested in restoring a car like this. If I was going to restore something, I would want it to be a classic or a higher end model car. But this one is just fine for me to go drifting in. I mean, where are you going to find a rolling chassis for $1,000 that's in this good a condition? Like I said, for a ZHP, it is kind of falling apart, but for a drift car, $1,000, it's a pretty damn good deal. If you want a more in-depth view on this 330 and the differences between this and an E46 M3, I'll have a link up in the cards to Zach's video. He did a full comparison, went really in-depth, showed a lot of the features on my E46 and a lot of the differences between his and mine. So link will be right here. You can click on that and go watch his video. Also, the M3 bumper is back from paint. Look at that. It looks so good. So that'll be going on the car this coming week, and we'll have some M3 videos on the way. Big thank you to O-Town Customs for knocking this out for me. That paint job looks amazing. Can't wait to get this back on the car. That's gonna do it for the drift car walk around. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You get to see what the car's like before. You have a weight from before. And then we're gonna start stripping everything out. Gonna get the entire project completed. We'll give you an after weight and a full walk around afterwards, but you'll be along for every step of the process. If you'd like to see more in this series, just subscribe down below. You can click like on this video if you want to see more drift car content. I want to thank everyone for watching this, and thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.